If you're not visiting reallykarel.com daily, you're missing out. Get the podcast, videos, and the blog, including recipes at reallykarel.com. That's really KAREL.com.
Okay, in radio, I have encountered quite a few talented people and quite a few not so talented people. But the moment I heard Maureen Langan on KGO when she followed me, I knew this woman had the goods. We immediately became friends. And of course, she even performed with me. And I felt so bad at the performance. I have to tell her, I've never told her this. But she went on first for me. And then I came on, and after I watched her show, I'm like, well, obviously she should have been on, second, because she is the real deal. She is funny. She's insightful. She's so smart. I mean, she really is the whole package. I've been loving her now for over a decade. And finally, America gets to love her en masse because she has made it through the auditions on America's Got Talent. And she does have talent. And a very psychedelic dress. And we're going to speak with her right now. I know her life has immediately changed, but it is Maureen Langan. I'm very happy to say my friend. And the restaurant owner who you impressed out here, he keeps asking about you. I have a little love connection going on there or something. So let's talk about, first you were doing the tour Daughter of a Garbage Man, and that brought you a lot of places abroad, South Africa, Edinburgh, all over the place.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it became Don't Make Me Hate You, which I think is a fabulous, set. So what made you switch to Don't Make Me Hate You?
Well, Daughter of a Garbage Man was, first of all, I love you, and I'm so happy to be here, and I should open for you as I did. They were there to see you, and it was an honor that you even asked me and welcomed me into your world at that hip joint in San Francisco, and I will always love you for that. So thank you. Henceforth, moreover, additionally, Daughter of a Garbage Man was a solo show, a true solo show about a family's strengths, their struggles, their secrets. It had a lot of pathos, all that, and humor, personal journey, that kind of stuff. Don't Make Me Hate You is my stand-up comedy show. We still have the violence and the alcoholism, but just with more laughs.
Yeah, because nothing says funny like violence and alcoholism.
Oh, I'm just joking about growing up.
I love that. We'll jump ahead here to the America's Got Talent when you would, and I knew you had done that. We had lunch here in Vegas, and I was sworn to secrecy, and I kept a secret.
But I didn't tell you. I didn't say anything, though.
No, you didn't say that you got through. You had said that you simply went and auditioned. You didn't tell me that, that you had made it.
But I didn't even tell people I auditioned, so you kept that a secret. But I was allowed to tell you that. I was allowed to say I auditioned, but I didn't tell others.
And I was so, of course, I knew, but as I told you then, I said, I'm sure you're going to make it through because you're talented. And you're part of America and you're talented. And so I loved the audience reaction. Because I know you're very bold and very frank, and you say stuff that just, you're like me. You just say stuff. And I love when you said, no, what happened was 19 years ago, your mother forgot to use her birth control. And their faces just sort of cracked. They were like, and I loved it. So let me ask you what that process was like, since now we can talk about it. They approached you, correct? They called you and said, we'd like you to come in.
Well, a casting director. He scouts, he goes through all types of, audition tapes on the internet, looking for talent to bring to the show. So he called me, he's a casting director, said, I'd like to submit you for this. He works with them. I said, I don't think I'm right for it. I'm thinking it has to be just so wholesome middle America. And I am wholesome middle America, but I have an edge. So he said, yeah, but I said, well, what did you like? If you like it, what did you like? Because I was kind of pinning him to the wall a little bit. Like, did you really see my stuff? Because I don't want to be set up to be that foil where the comic goes up and it's like, wing, buzzer. I don't want that. So because Maureen, I'm reaching out in very good faith. And one of the producers sees it. She likes it. These are the bits we liked. You can do other bits, but we like your sensibility. So then we're going to put it up the flagpole. How do you say that? What is that saying?
Run it up the flagpole.
Run it up the flagpole. And then they got back to me and they said they'd like me to audition.
And so you went in, and And their audition process is really initiation by fire, because you walk in and there's an auditorium filled with, 1,500 people or 2,000 people or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I think that's like a misnomer, this idea of audition, because normally one thinks of an audition, there's might be 3 casting directors, a couple producers, and a little PA, and some coffee in a room, and they're like, go ahead, let's hear your comedy, or a spin out of a box without bones, stuff like that. But this is, you're doing they're saying come perform in front of 1,500 people and the 4 judges, and let's see how it goes. I prefer
And
that.
as everyone now knows, if you didn't see it, it went very well. You can watch it online. The
Thank
judges
you.
have been tweeting about her as well. I saw a tweet from Heidi. I saw a tweet from Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
I have yet to, I love that it's America's Got Talent. I have yet to figure out what Simon Cowell's talent really is. I don't really know what his talent is.
Oh, stop.
No, really. I mean, he knows talent. That's, I guess, his talent is that he knows talent.
He could be my
his
best
talent.
friend.
Well, with those white t-shirts, he could be my best friend. Gotta have one of those. And so you go through and you do it. Now, was there anything backstage? Were you prepped? A lot of these shows you hear, they say, oh, they're prepped, or they're this or that. Did they prep you with anything, or did they just let you go be you?
Prep in terms of what? Like,
Did they say, well, don't go here, but you can go here? How tightly controlled were you?
Well, they were wonderful once we were there. They were wonderful throughout, but no, you go over your set ahead of time. They are approving what you're doing. So you could go surprise them and do something else, but then good luck coming back.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Though I pushed back respectfully on certain joke they wanted me to end on. I go, it's not a closer. It's not an opener. It's a middle joke. It's a fine joke, a funny joke, but it's a middle joke. I cannot go bam, slam down on that joke.
Right.
And
you should know, for those of you that don't know, Maureen Langan has been touring with comedy a long time. I don't want to date her, but
over 20 years. Yeah,
it's been like over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
She will do any club. She does small clubs in the Bay Area. She does huge clubs. She's done television and HBO. She's done everything a comic can do. So let me ask you,
at a certain level, though, only at a certain level,
right? Yeah. So let me ask you, you should have been on The View. You should have been one of the women on The View all these years.
Well, I came close. I came very close. That was a big heartache. Oh,
and it should have been you,
close.
because you're not just funny, you're just incredibly smart. And
Thank
you'll bring a stack of books to that was the problem. Can I just digress? That was the problem with KGO. They never really knew who you were. And so they never really knew what to do with you on radio, because they saw you as one thing. And I'm like, no, this woman is always prepared for her interviews. She is very, very smart. And while she's funny, yes, she's the woman comic. At the same time, she can get down and dirty with anybody, be they a scholar or a politician or a scientist.
That's what really bothered me, is that they had no idea I was a political reporter that had worked for Bloomberg, the public television. They had absolutely no idea. And they didn't take the time to find out. They didn't take the time to know that my foundation is that of a journalist, and my humor.
It only took 10 minutes talking to you to know. I mean, it wasn't,
you took the time. But one of the people who fired me actually sent a message congratulating me and wishing me all the best. And I said, okay. I said, you crack me up. I said, you have a good personality, but you fired me and you admitted you never listened to my show. So, but all the best.
I wanted to ask you, now that this has happened, of course, everything's going to change. It's like these drag queens that are on RuPaul's Drag Race for 10 minutes, and suddenly everywhere they go is a scene on RuPaul's Drag Race. So now you have, no matter what happens in the further performances, you now have, as seen on America's Got Talent, how in the last 48 hours, or it aired Tuesday, so how in the last week has your life already changed?
Well, I'm getting a lot of people wanting to book me, a lot. And so I have somebody handling that. And so, of course, that means more money. And the vast amount of people that the support is blowing my mind. People that I went to grammar school with, people who know people that worked with me at ShopRite while I was in college, neighbors, somebody who saw me in Edinburgh, somebody who saw me doing a birthday party in San Diego. Like, just the warmth and the love is just, So I'm in a state of being quite overwhelmed right now in a good way and emotionally. And I feel extremely vulnerable because if you're going to open your heart to all that love, there's those people who are going to try to get their punches and their arrows and their poison in there. So one has to steel themselves to find that balance. And
don't read anything online. That's all I have to say. Don't, because online has turned into a cesspool and you can never please these people. So just stay away from the comment section and you'll be fine. I wanted to ask you, since I know you and I know that you are about as down to earth and humble as a person can get.
What are you talking about?
Yo, please, there's no airs in your game. You know, you don't put on airs. And so as this starts to unfold, are you able to accept it all? Because sometimes you almost don't want to because you think, well, if I accept it, then it has a chance of being taken away, first of all. But second of all, are you able to feel the love that we've all had for you for so long and now feel it on a much larger, I mean, you know me, I've loved you forever, but are you now able to feel that love on that larger scale and accept it?
Yeah, that's it. Yes, I can. I definitely can. What I have to do is I am so sensitive as a person, and the negative stuff is what bothers me, the haters. So that's the part I have to work on. Like, just that's over there. But if you're going to give the credence to all the love, you can't give full credence to both. There's a middle ground, but the love is there so disproportionately. So to wrap one's arms around that, I think is healthy and good. And again, right now I'm just tired, I'm overwhelmed, but I am happy and I'm grateful. And that word, people, I'm humbled. I just feel so grateful, but I'm not going to throw the friggin' opportunity away. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not good enough for this. Are you kidding me? You see some of the crap that's out there on television? Hell no, am I going to throw this opportunity away, baby? Yeah, I'm grounded. Let me tell you how I'm grounded. I grew up in an Irish family. My mother's one of 10 children. There's 40 first cousins, Ireland, England, and the United States. So anyway, one cousin sends out a mass email saying, hey, a cousin in the US is on America's Got Talent, to which another replied, we have a cousin with talent. Do you see? So this is this is the Irish family.
Well, if you ever want to stay grounded, just go to your friends or family. They will keep your feet, you know, on the ground. I know what you mean about negative. I'll share a quick story with you. You know, I sing and record, and I did a cover of Bette Midler's song Married Men, which is coming out in a re-release here this month. And it's a dance track, so we sent it out to a bunch of dance pools. And the response has been great, except one dance pool sent me a thing back and said, you know, you should be Giorgio Moroder to Donna Summer and replace the vocals with a female, because then it would be a more powerful song, because I don't like your vocals. And the only thing that I remember, the only review I remember is that one. You know, and Bette Midler once said that after her movie Jinx, when the New York Times and LA Times ripped it apart, this is her follow-up movie to The Rose, and they ripped it apart. She literally stayed in her house for 90 days. She didn't leave her house for 90 days.
No, I can't.
So I know what you mean, that sometimes the haters' voices tend to be louder than all the love. But what I've learned as a big gay guy, 60 years now on #1 radio for 25 of those, is they're always going to be there. And what you know, and what you got to rely on is knowing in your soul that, you know, that you deserve it. And I loved what you said on your Instagram when you played what Howie said about you. And you said, I've waited 20 years, you know, to hear those words from somebody, you know, that could actually progress my career along.
He was wonderful. He was
wonderful. They all, not one of them, you got 4 X's. You didn't get, there's not one of them that said no.
4 X's? No,
well, you know, they give a yes. They do a yes.
Yes.
You got 4 yeses.
Yeah, I think you said X's. I'm like, I didn't get X's.
No. X's you may have, but you didn't get them. No, you got 4 yeses. There was not one that disagreed that you should make it through
and
to
a
the next
standing
round.
ovation. And
you did.
Sofia Vergara saying, you all should have a TV show. And, you know,
so
it was
what's next now with this journey? What happens on this journey next?
I don't know. I wait to hear. I don't know. I honestly am not holding back on you. I would say, oh, I can't tell you. It's exciting. I freaking don't know. I know that the auditions run until the end of July. And then hopefully I'll be hearing prior to that to come back and do my joke show and connect. But I got to tell you, once you're out there and feeling that audience and you know what you're dealing with, and 22 years of doing this, I know how to take a stage. I know it's important to connect with the audience, but you have 3 minutes. So I like to do a lot of callback stuff, playing with a young guy or gal in the audience where I explain my jokes. But in that time, that might be something I go, okay, not in this show. Other ways of
I
doing
couldn't
it.
see, and that's why I've never auditioned for these shows. I'm not the kind of stand-up, let's say, that could do it in 3 minutes. I can't. You know, you've seen my show. For me, I need an hour. I gotta
per joke, per joke,
per joke. Yes, per topic. I need an hour. Well, Maureen, I could not. You know, I know you're hearing this a lot, but you know this is from here. I could not be happier for you. You have been working so hard every fucking week to get to the next level. Which for you, the next level, you've been here. The next level is superstardom. That's the next level.
Well, you know what I want? Can I tell people what I really want?
You can
what
tell
I
us.
want, and I hope they'll follow me at Maureen Langan, Langan on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything, all the stalking sites. What I want is to get like-minded audience members where I don't have to say a Trump joke that he was caught with a stripper. I would have been more shocked if he'd been caught with a book and I got to hear a table of 10 say, fuck you and walk out. I want like-minded people in my audience. I want to be able to talk about my crazy miscarriages in a way that's dark and funny where I can get on board. I want to work to gay-friendly audiences. I don't care, straight men, straight women, anybody just who is open to going there. And that would give me an audience of like-minded people. I want to make more money because you don't make money in this business unless you have that kind of thing. And I want to get my television pilot, Mo Go made. By day, the journalist in me finds the fun, the heart, the smart of a city and its people. By night, we raise a glass, have a lot of laughs, hang out at a club or a restaurant. That's what I want.
Which is so similar to Life in, I did Life in Segments for 5 years on Free Speech TV. And it's so similar to that because we both have similar lives, meaning because of radio and because of our jobs, we meet so many interesting people and have so many interesting experiences that we just want to share them with the world. I mean, you've been all over the world. Mo goes to South Africa. Mo goes to Edinburgh. You've been everywhere.
I just got back from Bulgaria and Serbia last week.
Oh my God. And it looked like it was so much fun.
And Croatia.
I follow you and I saw your Instagrams from Croatia. I'm like, God, I got to visit Croatia. It looks fun.
Well, why aren't they bringing a camera, these idiot production companies, and getting a show out of it? I mean, I'm already doing it. It's not like you have to create the content.
Well, honey, guess what? That's going to happen now because as I told you via text, this is now your time and you're not going to squander it. And those deals will be made and you will continue to grow from this. This is great fertilizer. And you are going to grow from it. So congratulations.
Well, I love you.
I love you too. Congratulations on the success. I know you're off on a cruise to entertain. So congratulations. Have a lovely summer because come the end of July, when you get the call back, because they all said yeses. So when you get the call back and you go on it again, and then you go on it again, I'm telling you, HBO special's not going to be far behind, honey. I'm telling you, Netflix, here you come. So get your summer in because you're about to be very, very busy. And wherever Mo goes, we will follow on social media at Maureen Langan on all the Instagram and all of that. Follow her there for her adventures and to keep track of what happens on her America's Got Talent journey. Thank you, Mo, for joining me today.
I love you. You know
I love you too.
And tell my nice restaurateur. Oh, I cut you off. Tell my nice restaurateur that I said hello.
I will. I absolutely will. I bet he saw you. I haven't been there since, but I bet he saw you. I am Karel. Be who you want to be. Salon don't hurt anybody. We'll be back, or maybe not. Maybe I'll play this at the end of the show, and then we won't be back. But either way, you'll see me again.